I hope fine, everybody. Okay. I do give honest to God to His Son Jesus, pastors, elders, ministers, all the saints of God, name by name. I see I don't have any green screen. Mm. All right now. So, thank you for that. Praise and honor for all things, all that He's done. People taking snapshots of my picture, all of my stuff, messing with the emails, just being a weirdo. Yes. All right. However, so um, this is not on here, right? Huh? I don't really use glue. I use the glue that it actually has when it comes off the little pack. Okay. I ain't trying to do too much. I don't need it on for 8 weeks, 8 months. Anyway, so now let's back. It has come to my attention. What's wrong with this couch? Okay, it ain't mine. That people be having extraterrestrial mental moments. Okay, now people are already out there little whackers. They are, and they think they're a pretty nice girl or guy. People be having ample time. Nobody listens to the right thing. They sit and listen to the devil. I don't know why. They're just not full of the devil. As we grow up, I don't care what age you are, we've all had heroes. Our parents had heroes. There were characters on the TV. It was a new concept in some era sometimes. And again, they created languages. One was like the Baltic Atlantic sound. People would be saying, "Okay, Charlie, all right, what do you mean by that, Charlie?" All that other stuff. Okay, and so kids begin to find even families, men, women, they begin to find comfort and entertainment and even identity in a new country, in some cases, with the sound of MGM studios and different screenwriters back in the day. And so now you have all these dialects. And I found entertainment and very much so likings to a lot of those characters. So when I'm speaking, I'm thinking of those characters. And as we know, there were not a lot of African American characters. Okay. I just found out one. Last name Williams. First name Fred or Henry. My phone, either somebody's taking pictures of the screen again, weirdo, or getting a message. But they would have not a lot of African Americans in leading roles, romantic roles. But again, Williams came in and they were like, oh, but they were afraid of the people. Not a nigger, you must go out of business. You can't deal with a nigger, oh no. So they junked it for 100 years. And someone found it and put them back on the map. Not saying that people are any more accepting, unfortunately. But some of my characters absolutely come from TV. Nobody on YouTube. These are old dialects. And again, some people's mamas and uncles and grandmamas and aunties and everybody picked up on certain dialects like I did. And they made an identity. Even a queen. Her pronunciation of words was of that from her place. Now, a lot of these people that got in these prominent places, their families were from somewhere over the rainbow. But they ended up in families making dynasties and things of that nature. I ain't call no names. And her language would change many times. Hello, chemo, mo, aung. Hello. Her language would change. And somebody did a whole study about it, of how people are influenced by movies, life, acceptance, peers, just wanting to be accepted globally. You know, a lot of people speak French and German and all kinds of stuff. You'll never hear it. It's a whole bunch of German folks in key positions. You're not going to hear no German. They speak English mostly. If they speak German, you don't know. You probably never hear it because they, like most, wanted to be accepted in the New World America after they changed it from the tribal people. Call themselves socializing it. What they said? Anyway, long story short, God is good. He owns it all. He wants us to follow his guidelines, not our own. Okay? When it comes to morality, sharing, justice, society, he doesn't want us to make up our own rules and laws and be heinous to one another. Things that actually cause chaos to one group for no reason. But, hey, kitty cat. But it causes... Y'all want to see my kitty cat? Hold on. Hello, baby. Hello, girl. Hello, girl. Hey, little girl. Nose, get away from my hairstyle. Hey, girl. Hey, kitty baby. Hey, kitty baby. Hey, kitty baby. Hey. It's a little messy, like I said. I'm throwing out some stuff. But it's pretty clean. I'm just, hey, don't be scary, girl. Don't be scary, chick. Come on back now. Don't be scary. Hello, baby. Anyway. Yeah. Scary, but anyway, so people wanted to be accepted in the new world of a new group, and they were told to change your name. This is my old birth certificate. Somebody stole it. Now they got the new one. They stole on too. Oh God, I want to cuss. It's okay, because you know what? It's just paper. God knows my name. He knows who I am. And my blessings are still going to locate me. And it don't matter how many demons in hell try and be located by the blessings of God. You can get the physical, baby. But you ain't going to heaven. And that's the point. Now, God has a blessing for everybody that is breathing. Okay? Doesn't matter your status or what. Doesn't matter. God can bless you. I doubt if he can bless you if you're stealing, killing, and destroying them. All right. So, I'm finding identity. A lot of people have not found theirs. And they're finding themselves in some very sticky situations. So as I settle into this new leadership role as a overseer of a province that God has ordained me to be over, take a little time to decorate the little office and all that, but we're still getting these stories of people coming in that want to be a part of the new regime where people are not dying. People are not targeted. People are not killing people. Those people are not accepted. God has set a place for them to go on over to hell slowly. So whatever they've done to others, it now shall be done to theirs. And that is God's message. You play with the devil, you lay with the devil. All right. Now, if you find yourself in a situation, just know that God's arms are always open 24/7. His love, his church, everything. You can go to him anytime and talk, be directed, be guided, be loved, be reclaimed back to humanity, back to the Father. How people call each other crazy, especially me. Now, if someone is telling you that they were injured and that everywhere they go there is someone, and you know them broke folks can't do this. Whoever's doing whatever they're doing, they're paying people and they have the resources to do what they're doing. They can go to any state you go to. They can get in any building. They can get into your cars. They can get into your kids, your records, medical. They can get into everything. Are you scared? No, because God understands that the paper they touch was anointed by God, created by God. And anybody that touches anything that belongs to you or anybody that's a part of your destiny, your life, your existence, they will reckon with the Almighty God, whatever that looks like. So you cool. Okay. Now here's a scenario. The young lady comes in. She says, listen, this is happening, that is happening, this is happening. Now, I have common sense. I'm not checked out. I'm not a zombie. I understand that if someone is saying someone is harming them, someone is doing something, at the risk of the slow people that has never been through anything going, oh, she's just crazy, that is fine. Because here's the thing. Martin Luther King preached and taught and led and did things. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, all kinds of people. They have clarified. They have declared. People have witnessed firsthand the heinousness of hatred. Then you have the numbskull that sits back and simply says, oh, I like a good conspiracy theory. That's until they get to look for their own children. The same ones you said, watch your kids, watch your wife, watch your folks. Because there's people out here snatching people up. Body parts or whatever. Or just out of sheer hatred. I like a good conspiracy theory. So, follow me down to this Italy story here. Back in 34? Pictures. Italy, 1934. There's a family. The father leaves for whatever he has going on. The mother is holding the reins down on her own. She does not expect this man to come back. She's doing everything possible to keep these beautiful daughters or sons together. Okay? The man says he's going on a journey to take care of his mammy and his sister. All right, what that look like when you got kids. Okay? Dysfunction at its best. Now, he says he works for the CIA. And you say, that sounds impossible, but hey, they weird. The old group, they weird. They some chaos agents. Don't know what country they came from, but it was absolutely not from this peaceful country, tribal land. All right. Indian nation. Absolutely not. We're peaceful. I don't know who these people are that's always trying to read minds, split people's minds, make people bipolar, make them bipolar. Who the hell does that? Split people's personalities. Who the hell does that? Cause people lose their minds. God is not pleased. And the truth ain't in these demons. That's crazy. I just found the article over here on YouTube. Well, these doctors were sitting there, I guess, from Canada working with the MK Ultra program, talking about how they were trying to split personalities and cause people havoc. Humans. God is not pleased with y'all. And I know you heathens don't believe in nothing, but you got to learn the hard way. So then I tell people that I know, no, that's real. It does happen. People are sick in the head that you would take a whole human that's not bothering you and try and experiment on them. And it's so thirsty. Y'all got, these people have kids. And they're so busy looking at your kids. And you. Because somebody said, you're fascinating. So now they want to pick your brain. And your blood, and your this and your that. And God says, there's a place for these kind of people. They ain't got to believe it. They'll never live to even tell the story of what really happened to them. But messing with you and yours. That's the story. Sicily, 1934. Now, hey, kitty cat, what you doing? Goofy. Hey, I know, hold on. I know this cat not home. Hold on. Goofball. Stop that. What you doing? It's not for your face. That's not a toy either. All right, so back to what I was saying. So somehow there is a young lady. She's by herself, as I stated. She got kids. Kids are minding their business. They're going to school. People are plotting. The kids are just as ignorant. People around them are saying bad things in this country about the mom. These kids are probably the ringleaders. She grew up with her mom and dad doing this. All of her relatives, she should cry. Boom. So now the kids are gone. They're somewhere in the world, hopefully alive. But you get these messages from someone saying, if I'm going to jail, I'm going for a reason. I'm going to make it a reason. What? It's not dawning on you. These people could be talking about taking your kids. Sicily, in Italy, 1934. You go. This lady's like, what? What? It's not dawning yet, okay? Because people are being real sneaky. They're distracting her. Why are they distracting her? Because they want to take her kids. Rape them, sodomize, just be demons. Prostitute them, send them around. There's a dog that breaks the kids in, the young people. Then he decides if he want to keep them or not, or sell them to who he wants. Like, this is a special group, and then somebody else might get them, and they might even sell them to the cartel for a debt that these dummies had. This is 1934, right? So now it's registering that this man said, I need $3 million. What the hell for? So I'm out. And I'm like, oh, there is some money. Oh, yes. In the universe. Okay. God has ordained that each and every one has blessings in this world. You miss them when your little eyeballs get beady and greedy and start looking at other people's blessings. Everybody has a blessing. Don't worry about how long it takes to get to you. Don't worry about who got what. Stop looking at other people. God has a blessing for each human. He has good gifts for everybody. The blockage is people's sins, their lack of communication and faith in God. He said just the size of a mustard seed. That's not very big. You can move mountains. You can actually access the will and spirit of God. Salvation, okay? And people rather look at each other and go, I don't like him, I don't like her. You know why? Because they don't like God. And you don't focus on God, you focus on things you shouldn't, which is yourself, which means you're focusing on the wrong God, which means you're looking at other people, which means people are not your God. And God is going, ding, 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 I need you to pay attention to me. So then, 1935, God starts to send people like me or whoever into people's lives. And he can still send you to hell now. Don't get it twisted. Okay? He can make you do all the right things and then go, you asked me or told me that you did everything in my name. You worked real good. I'm very proud of you. You worked really good. I'm proud of you now. But you worked in iniquity, depart, going over to hell. So I ain't tripping. Okay, God is the judge. Now, he knows if you're in iniquity or not, but he surely can give you some words to speak. He can give me some great words. 1936. These people come. The man comes. You don't know what they're doing to your child. They can be bringing your child right to the next room and hunching on them. You never know, because you're not going to go. And this man saying he's got all these bed wenches. And you're going to go out there, ta-da! So they both jump on you. He already threw you around a little bit. All you need is a wench now. We don't do that. All right. So now maybe they got access to your kids because your dumb, old, elderly, greedy, beady-eyed relatives are giving people access to all of your documents. Now, when you say government, it doesn't mean that this is like the official people on the TV, the veneers, not necessarily. But what I do hate here in this raggedy dump of America is that a lot of people do this. When they had really bad childhoods, and a lot of people have, they tend to get into these groups. They have to be accepted. Okay. They tend to get in groups where people are doing well for them to either steal or benefit negatively. Hello. Hey, bruh. So when they get into these groups and they get accepted, it's like everybody's a mama, everybody's an auntie, everybody's a sister, everybody's a cousin. It's ghetto. So now everybody is kind of being invited to stuff. They act right. People go, oh, I'm going to invite her again. She gave me $6,000, little bum. She stole it and gave it to them. Okay. So she in the door. So now she's basically really seeing this from a childish point of view. Well, if I give you this, then I can get that. Transactional. Ain't everybody transactional. Some people actually give from their hearts. But you know the kids don't get that. So now they're thinking, okay, I gave her $6,000 for a gift, so I'm in the door. Now, that doesn't always go out, and that's how some people get hurt. Some people get fired. Some people get disadvantaged. But they got social clubs now. Okay? They're in the clique. So you ain't finna get no get right out of these people. Okay, these are not the type of people that are honorable in some cases. So they get into these offices or into these groups, these cliques, and they're looking for the weakest links. But now the weakest link don't mean an insult. It means that this is not your element, but you're here, but you're gullible because you're not comfortable. So you do anything, right? It's the weakest link. It's bendable. So they look for those people that they can buy, sell, play with. And this is in government. So this could be people that said, somebody still taking pictures of my screen. Weirdo. Let me see. Is it me? Yeah, somebody. All right, so it don't say now. It's still doing it. Okay, I'm going to shut all this out. And then I'm going to see what pops up. Then I'll know. Oh, it said missed call. That's minutes ago. Okay, so we're going to shut everything out. And if we still see the light flashing, we know there's a weirdo. So, again, people that did not have families, they kind of lend themselves out to various groups. They don't like nobody, don't nobody like them, but they lend themselves out. They get in a clique. They get in a group. And they make friends. I do this, you do that. You do this, I do that. It could be sex. It could be murder. It could be theft. It could be sex trafficking. It could be getting access to people's information. They could be doing it, or they're being asked to do it. Or they're asking others to do it. But it gets real ghetto because, again, if you're in a group and you're the type of person that does a lot of favors and you're talking to immature people, naturally they're going to want favors too because they do immature stuff. So, kind of like a school, even a security guard has kids. Y'all, I met that lady's husband, boyfriend, whatever the newest thing is. And then you might meet the kids after they're born. They might end up going to the same school. If I said school, examples. Sicily, 1937, 36. What we had, 37. So now everybody's baby shower, wedding shower. Oh Lord, oh dentist appointment, bar mitzvah, you name it. They've been there. So everybody is chummy. Not that they like each other, but they're dealing with each other. They're chummy. Okay. Oh hey, did you go out tonight? You gonna try? Well, we can all go out. We're gonna get drunk. Let's drop the kids off at Sarah's house. She's a mommy type person. She can babysit. Right. So everybody's intertwining now. Everybody know everybody's husband. They have dates outside of work and all that stuff together. And so if one person needs something done or don't like somebody, everybody kind of knows about it. And everybody's kind of in on it because this is their own little group, their little powwow group. Okay. So say somebody is saying, maybe Sarah's boring. They don't like her anymore and they want to kick her out the group. Got to find another designated baby mama sitter, right? So now Sarah still works at the same place, but they don't like Sarah because Sarah's really like a natural mom. The rest of them are like Jezebels that popped out little gremlins. That's what it is. So they don't like her. She don't want to be with her. They don't want her husband with their Mormon acting selves to be a part of the group. Because like I said, these chicks go out to the clubs with their husbands or they have husbands. And they just still wilding out like they teenagers. So they go and they say, we don't want to deal with Sarah. So they X Sarah out the group. But they don't like her husband because of something he said about how they conduct themselves. Ooh, y'all some wild girls, blah, blah, whatever. So now they're plotting to hurt him. But they all go to the same job. Okay, I saw the light flash again. Let's see what we got popping. Got it. So they're all plotting on Sarah. They want her fired. They don't like her husband, Bill, whatever. So now they're doing all this crazy stuff. Now, just say Bill is up for a big promotion and he thought these were his friends, although he did make a comment and he was going to do something. Now, this could be in the future where they work for the city and state. So all of them know people that know people that know people that work for the city and state, the government, and all that stuff. Now, remember when I said these ladies did not like Sarah and her husband, Bill. They were plotting on Bill because Bill made the comment, and they childish. I mean, he said the truth. They some childish hookers. They like to hang out and do crazy stuff. It's not motherly. Instead of them going, clutch my pearls in my purse, let me check myself before I get hurt. No, they said, let's hurt Bill. Bill pointed out our flaws. Oh, we're so childish. Let's hurt Bill. Now, remember, Bill is supposed to be coming into something great because Bill is a stand-up guy. Bill is worthy of some good stuff. Hello, Nana. Bill is popping. And so is Sarah, very stand-up people. So Bill decides that he's going to go hang out with some of the other people that work in other things. Comes to find out, um, Bill hadn't found out yet, but there is a group of people that's considering Bill as one of the bigger superintendents of the area versus just being a teacher. There's a bunch of teachers here. They chose Bill and Sarah for some things. They don't know this yet, but there's already a job pegged out for them that they're going to replace somebody else that is either passing away or just wanting to pass the torch. Thought they was great. They were great, a great couple. These people don't know that, but somebody heard something and heard something that knows something. And so, I mean, there could be something already. Maybe Bill's uncle was great and rich, or maybe someone he worked for was leaving something. But somebody, because of that, has said, we're going to, I mean, if someone leaves Bill this great of a thing, we should put him in a position. I mean, that says a lot. So they're plotting. They've already wrote something out for Bill. Bill doesn't know about this, but he's kicking it around with these people, right? Well, these old hags go and actually hurt Bill, okay? And they're telling Bill's wife, hey, before your husband gets really sick, we want $3 million for him to stay well. You understand? $3 million. And it's like they haven't even realized anything yet. Dunce hats, right? Man knows it. And in Sarah's heart and in Bill's heart, they've already expressed they know they have something somewhere. There is a secret stash. They don't know where it's at. They're looking for it. And everybody's trying to find it. And they're just like, well, we'll just take their kids and we're going to say we want ransom. Okay, we already got the man out the way. Now we got Sarah hammed up. Sarah's still going to work. Sarah's still doing stuff. Sarah getting sick. Sarah not doing well. Her kids are missing. Her kids are missing. They're not school-age kids. They're older kids. They're supposed to be off at college or whatever. And nobody's heard anything from them. Nobody's seen anything. And you can't ask questions because they can't make them do nothing, right? What you going to do, right? So there's a lot going on here. And yes, Bill is supposed to get something. Bill is supposed to get a job. Yes. But this belongs to the state. This belongs to the government, whatever this is. This is like a job opportunity or something like that. So no, it hasn't realized. And guess what? There is a wealthy person that is seeing to these things take place. So it is their money, whether they're part of the superintendent group or the county or just some agency that wants to be a part of Bill's life. But these dunce hats have already jumped off into the sunset somewhere in the background and decided, because they don't know the details of anything, we're going to hold their kids hostage until we see the money, because it's not your money to take. It's not even Sarah and Bill's money. This money is literally being guarded by several people, whatever these are. And this belongs to them. This could be the fact that Bill not only gets an inheritance that someone is guarding as an executor, but it's not his money. It belongs to whoever's holding it until it gets to him. And if people are threatening Bill and scaring Bill and hurting his kids or doing something stupid that don't have a brain, then it's not going to hold it up. It's more or less going to call out a certain type of SOS where headhunters will go out and kill people that are a threat to whatever happened or whatever's going on. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing from Cicely. Now, you know, it's my Dale story. So these baby head folks went and called themselves snatching these people's children because they're saying we need a ransom. Now, in the meantime, them being demons and devils, they're probably harming these kids, doing silly stuff because they can't maintain themselves. How are they going to maintain your kids? These are people with mental problems, social problems, sexual problems. So do you think the kids are safe, the young people? So whatever Bill and Sarah is supposed to receive, they're trying to take Bill out of the way. They're trying to put Sarah in a box where she feels like, oh my God, but Sarah don't have nothing. You know why? Because like I said, if Sarah didn't show up to several things that she was supposed to show up to that was supposed to be like a surprise, her and her husband, and they didn't show up, somebody saying it was her husband, right? People were expecting her husband to protect her, to be there for her, but he's moved out the way. So it's like, well, she can't even get what she's supposed to receive because it was in contingency that she was married, for one. Two, she needed to have had, again, a certain set of things that would happen that would be, oh, congratulations, guess what? We have these two things for you. But again, the demons done rolled over and took the kids and held everything up in a sense. Because now God has to go and get everything out of the way and put Sarah's life back together again. And it's not absolutely no type of delay or denial. It's more or less preparation for heaven. Okay? The Bible tells us about patience, tells us about long-suffering people that have disabilities mentally or socially. People that are heinous, that like to hurt young people and chop them up and sell them, and then throw the remains along the beach, whatever, or in the water. People that like to drop people down in water in cars. People that enjoy using other people's baby eggs and skin and hair and eyes and butt skin for their face and booty. Sick group. Organs that are going to reject its recipients because it was not ordained by God. Veins, blood that's going to rot in the veins like dust because God did not authorize this activity. All over some $3 million, and then somebody hurt your little feelings, so you thought you'd do something really heinous because you thought you were smart. Now people done told you, Sarah done told you, we're believers. We believe in God. You won't like us if we're mad. You won't like us. So they figure out, we'll take your man, we'll take your kids, we'll take your job, we'll take your family, we'll take whatever. Because we just want you to shut up and give us that money. And you better not be talking too much. What? Okay, so now it's 1940. What? She was like, enough. Enough. This is crazy. I don't even have any money. Because whatever this is, it seems like it belongs to state and government. Whatever this is back pay for stuff people stole. Whatever this is, it belongs to wealthy people that want to gift this girl something. But is she showing up? Is Sarah showing up? Is Sarah available? Is she sick? Is she hurt? All because some numbskull in the back is going, I want Sarah's life. I want my name to be Sarah. Oh my God. I think I want to be Sarah. I want to wear her skin. I want to wear her eyes. I want to wear her body. I want her kids and her man. Okay. Let's get down on it. Dun, dun, dun. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down. Get down on it. Down on it. Get down on it. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? Standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Tell me. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your backside up. I heard all the people say, get down on it. 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 Baby. Get down on it. Get down on it. Yes, let's get down on it now. Everybody say, if what's the name that just came to mind now? Billy. Hold on now. Billy. If Terry. Billy. So if Terry says, all of a sudden there's music. Okay. If Terry says, why is the internet not working over here? What's the problem? Anyway, so Terry say, hey, remember that time we went to school and then we went to the war together? And saw all those people die? And then we went to this together, that together, this together. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, man. Hey, we gotta stick together, bro. And then you got a couple other folks that remember each other, just like women and families. Um, um, yeah, remember that time? Remember that time? Remember the time when we fell. Remember? Okay. So they got their own little camaraderie. And remember the time. So now you have these guys growing up. They're getting into things. They're learning things. They're getting married. They've already been to the war. So they have their own little groups. Okay. They have their own little group of whatever they do. So now, when you look at, I was telling people about domestic terrorism. Now, I know everybody's philosopher, Jesus. Okay. So I was talking about how, okay, I'm going to take this off again. Domestic terrorism looks. Now, again, what does that look like? This is for the chaos agents. These people were not here. Domestic violence. No. Oh, that's just what they call them guys that they pay to come in and kill good, big booty women. We said domestic terrorism because they need some skin. But these folks are like these surgeries that use their own little babies. They want to use other people and their babies. So domestic terrorism refers to violent criminal acts committed by individuals or groups within the U.S. to further ideological goals, intimidating or coercing a civilian population to influence government policy. Common motivations include radical racial or ethnic bias, these messages get on my nerve, intimidating or coercing a civilian population to influence government policy. Common motivations include racial or ethnic bias, anti-government or anti-authority sentiment, and single-issue extremism, such as an environment or an abortion-related violence. Agencies like the FBI and DHS have, now this is not the DHS for the kids and the mamas, Department of Home Security, something like that. Anyway, they're tasked with investigating and preventing these threats through intelligence gathering, law enforcement operations, and community-based programs. Now, if they can determine that there are Muslim groups or whoever that are threats to society here, but they cannot distinguish within the own groups of America that there's domestic terrorism that are daily unleashed onto humans. Now, this is God's green country, people say all the time. This is God's earth. We learned that in Catholic school, Roman Catholic school. We learned in all the schools that God is source. I'm not sure why these chaos agents feel that it is their duty and job to continue to harass, follow, dictate, and play with people's lives, and then pretend that they're on the good side of things. Key characteristics of domestic terrorism as ideology is acts are driven by domestic ideology such as anti-government, radically or racially or ethnically motivated, religious or single issue extremism. So these are little groups that basically are motivated by an idea domestically, like anti-government, whether they're chasing someone that says anti-government. I'm not anti-government. I'm anti-ignorance. For a human to feel like another human is not a human because they mammy and pappies told them that is nuts. You see that person with eyeballs just like you, skin just like you, they have mouth just like you, they have kids, goals, and aspirations just like you, and you determined that that is a lie. Something wrong with you. There you go. There you have it. That has nothing to do with government. This is what I'm saying. Everybody wants to link everything to government or politics so that they can be violent. This is a place where you can think what you want to think, feel what you want to feel, and as long as you're not harming anybody, people need to mind their own goddamn business, whether it's government or not. You have a right to be here and mind your business. And no one has a right to infiltrate that, but that's where God comes in. Now, Target. The violence is intended to affect the conduct of government or cohorts of civilian population. They lie. Location. The acts are committed within the U.S. and are not directed by foreign government or groups. See, they lie. Examples of motivations and ideologies. Racially or ethnically motivated violent extremism. This category has been responsible for the most lethal incidents. Anti-government or anti-authority violent extremism. Now, they're talking about the people that do this stuff when very well Buck and Roger that went to the army together could have got their own regime together and decided with somebody that thinks they're president of the United States of Illinois or wherever you live, and they've decided since 1934, 1943, they're going to reign by fear and terror. Does that sound like an extremist group that's outside of the government? And they all for government as long as they can control it. Let's keep going. Single issue violent extremism. Now, again, we're talking to people and we're just talking in general about things that have happened. Oh, I like a conspiracy theory. Explain my teeth. Oh, I like a real good conspiracy theory. Explain my knees and pain, my back, the accidents that I've had, the children that I cannot speak to. Explain to me how that is a theory, dumbasses. Martin Luther King getting shot in the head. Explain to me how that was a theory. Somebody. I like conspiracy theories. Emmett Till. Anybody? Rosa Parks. Anybody? Sojourner Truth. I'm sure there's some white people. Some. There ain't no such thing as a white person. But I'm just saying, I'm sure there's others. I'm sure I can find them. I just can't get none come to mind. I'm just saying humans are humans. No one has a right to take someone else's life or cause them pain or loss. And again, people can run all over your situation and act like they don't know what's going on. They don't know what you said. And they playing these games on the internet. I rest assured, honey, God is coming back and he's taking his kids with him. Now, we're all his kids, but some of y'all have vowed that you're going to go with the doctrine of the devil. That's fine. That's your prerogative. But when you start to hurt other people, it is no longer your right. I don't care what you say. I don't care how many friends you got and how they say, oh, good job, high five, Bob, Buck. And okay. You're explaining to people without a brain what has happened to you. And yes, what you're saying seems far-fetched and no, you don't have evidence, but absolutely you're injured. And these people are basically saying little silly things that God will judge. And you're telling people, no, this person is yeah. Oh, no. I like this. Oh, she crazy. Okay. And that's quite okay, too. We're on the same planet. We're all on the same planet. And I'm really tired of talking to zombies. I'm ready to talk to people with an actual brain, people that don't eat brains. I'm ready to talk to humans. So if there are any humans out there, I need you to reach out. I'm not talking about no bots. I ain't talking about no space cadets. I ain't talking about no weirdos. I said humans. People that actually care about other people. People that actually want to achieve things for the greater good of people. I'm tired of demons. I'm tired of vampires. I'm tired of people that eat humans. I'm tired of folks that like to play games because they crazy. And they got all the support in the world. But then they want to act like they're for the government. So it says governmental response for people that are doing these heinous things to people like me. I'm trying to tell you, again, if Buck and them went to the war together and they got out and they realized that they're making more money selling body parts from black girls mostly, pretty black girls, than they ever did in life, because, you know, the army don't pay, right? It's not glamorous at all. Fire department don't pay. Police department don't pay. And these people are scarred, they're broken, and they need more money. So, hey, they'll take the case. The FBI is the primary federal agency for investigating domestic terrorism, focusing on the unlawful activity rather than the ideology. Now, I'm still trying to figure out why all these wimps are scared of this group. If they're doing it to other people, what makes you think they won't do it to you? So, see, again, when you allow heinous things to happen, there's no honor amongst monsters. So, what makes you think you're safe? Just because you're doing what they say and you take these bribes. Do you not understand that they can implement you guys all because you know what's what? The people that are being hired to take these bribes, to run around and chase people like me just to be stupid. Do you not understand that you can get God too? That you can get thrown under the bus? Everything that you're doing to someone else, God is for sure respecting your request to get it back. When you co-sign on foolishness, you are co-signing on you to be a participant too. So while you're observing and you're having fun and you're taking these bribes to follow people around and you just take the money, all they gotta do is push this button every so often. They might not even know why they're pushing the button. But you're getting upset and getting all aggressive, and there's people that don't even know why. Hey, I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send you $5,000. All I need to do is play this sound a little bit. Play it loud. It's an experiment. Tell anybody that asks you, oh, it's just an experiment. I do this job. I took this job. Okay. But just remember, when you take those types of bribes and you don't know why you're doing stuff, you didn't ask questions, you just took the money, you did it, you are co-signing, if not signing, for your own demise. Because if someone actually had an issue with themselves and they became fearful of something because of you and couldn't do God's will, God will hold you absolutely, completely responsible for your participation. Now, he knows those that willfully did things and those that were forced into things. God knows the heart. But people blindly taking money just to, oh, just push the button. Don't even worry about it. Just push it. And I'm out, bit of a little experiment, a little prank I want to play. Ha ha ha. And someone was really unbalanced and you caused them to really hurt themselves or someone else. Yeah, God got a word for you, child. Just keep your boo-boo shoes on. Okay. Because I'm very theatrical and somebody thinks every time I speak, they're going to do what I said, like a puppet. I think it's funny. Either to me or around me or to someone I love. And God is steady saying, you got loved ones too, pumpkin. I mean, people have already put it out there. If something happens to somebody's loved ones, somebody they love gonna get gone too. And it might just happen either way because of their behavior, whoever this is. I don't know you people. But somebody sure think I'm their business. Everywhere I go, they literally follow me to every building. And God says, everybody that knew about this and did not stand up and be a brave soldier, and they were chickens, and they just thought it was funny, and they were a little clucking. Okay. Yeah. Everybody has someone that they love or something that they adore. That's what God said. And if you're plotting or planning or have plotted or planned on someone else's demise or someone they love or something, whether it's a job, a house, a car, a loved one, whatever you got in your mind, God says he's got a blessing for you too. He did. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you did. But God says, everyone that's participating in this foolishness, you can listen to the folks that got the money, but God holds the air. I heard somebody died and came back. Isn't that miraculous? Somebody actually woke up. Somebody survived something. He is a miracle worker. He is a miracle worker. Miracle worker. He is a he is a miracle worker. Oh Lordy. Lordy. There's another song, God Specializes. It's beautiful. So again, people are living their lives. They don't see God doing anything. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I told people, oh, oh, it's an investigation going on. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. What is this? What is this? You don't know what you're talking about. I don't see nothing. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't see nothing. You don't know what you're talking about. Hello? Is this your name? Yeah. I need you to come with us. Put your hands behind your back, please. What? Who? What? What's your name? Caught you red-handed. Red-handed? How you see what I'm what? Hold your hands out. It wasn't me. You trying to tell people stuff. She don't know what she's talking about. Look at this. Oh. See, just because one person's stupid and evil, now you think that's what I'm saying. Some of these people are cops, some of these people are parents, some of these people are whatever. And they're teaching the younger kids to be ignorant like them. And that's just disrespectful because now you have another generation of jerks. And they think that's cute. And these kids are just as dumb. Well, my mama did it, I could do it. And what sense that make? What sense that make? Look, I'm glad I raised my kids like I did. They thought for themselves. Even if it was me, and I feel the same way. If I'm doing something and they feel it is wrong, I raised them to feel like they had a right to say, no, Mom, you're wrong. Same I would do for them. If I feel they're doing something wrong, I'm going to literally be on their team, although I want them to know that it's wrong. But for me to raise them to hate another person or to be ignorant to another parent or be ignorant to their other parent or anybody, why would I do that? Because I don't want anybody to treat me that way. Yes, you can have your opinion. You can think what you want. And it can be right or wrong. That is your right to think that. And I'm not going to try and persuade you one way or the other personally, but why would I raise you to be evil? Why would I raise you to think it's okay to disrespect one of your aunts or your cousins? I mean, if they're a jerk, they're a jerk. You can make your own opinion about that. But I'm not going to be the one leading a whole firestorm against one of your relatives. I mean, they stupid, they stupid. But I'm not going to raise you to act like somebody's invisible or they're stupid or you shouldn't talk to them. What kind of what? So even today, I was in a group of people, and I don't mind being around people. I never had a problem until like the early 2000s. I'm so serious. Right after my daughters were born, worked at this company, and there was this young little, and I'm saying, I don't care. It was a little Mexican girl, and she was always giving me the little cut eye. I'm like, I don't know this little white. What is this? But she always see they always got a little black person that they want everybody to see. See the token? Look, this is my best friend. She's black. Look, so you can't say I'm prejudiced. This is my best friend right here. Oh, you just don't like me. Okay, I see, stupid. Okay, I see what we're doing. I'm gonna pull these off because they acting up. I see, honey. Okay, you gonna do that. We're gonna play that game today. So she will always have an attitude of me doing things like walking past me doing something or saying something or giving me that eye like I'm watching you like little girl. I'm like, I don't know if somebody was paying these kids since that time or what was going on. This has been going on for a long time. I don't take it personally. I know somebody is mentally challenged. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a governor, ex-mayor, a mayor. I don't care if it's a family member, somebody, and the CIA, FBI. Somebody's crazy. Somebody crazy. Bothering innocent people. God is going to put you in a great place to be crazy, honey. Oh, you got free reign here. And so your terrorism is not going to work in the long run. So however long you've been running, you can keep it going. But every time somebody has someone to follow me and or my children or whatever is going on, God is going to start having something happen to them. Whoever's orchestrating all this stuff in the background of me and my daughter's lives, where we keep losing, we keep having discomfort. I'm telling you, somebody's crazy. Everywhere I go, somebody shows up and starts hissing or making things uncomfortable or act like they want to fight me. Now, I don't deserve it. I'm not going to act like no victim. But what I do know is God is watching you. And now people are going to watch you and be giving you the cut eye. So if people are giving you the cut eye, it is because God is downloading to them who you really are. You think you sneaky sitting there and not letting people know what you're doing, hiring folks, cartel and different little silly kids and just random folks to just get a download to their phone and hit play. And they got to play it loud and you'll send them some money. Everywhere I go. It's funny, huh? And God is saying, watch this. So whoever you are, congratulations, you're now on the radar of God. And now he's going to have something that follows you everywhere you go. I already know what it is. I think I've already seen it. So where you sitting back watching, we ain't going nowhere but to heaven. So you can speed it up, slow it down. It's still there, honey. It's a promise. Okay? So you take your sweet time, do whatever you're doing. But just know that before whoever leaves this earth, God is going to absolutely make sure you are famous with an I-N in the front. May the Lord bless and keep each and every one of you. Until next time, may his light shine upon you and tell on you too. Bye now.